So, hello everyone. What if I told you Netflix recommendation engine, the one that show how always know what you want to watch next, work on the same core idea as the project I am about to show you. In this video, I am building a MovieVerse AI content-based movie recommendation system from the raw dataset of 5000 movies all the way to alive a Streamlit web app. No fancy neural network, no black box, just data, max and Python. Let's get into it. I am using the TMDB 5000 movies dataset. In this dataset contain the two CSV file. One is a TMDB 5000 credit.csv and another is a TMDB 5000 movies.csv. In credit.csv, there are information about the cast and crew of that movies, and in movies.csv there is information about the overview, genres and keywords, etc. My goal is simple. When a user pick movies from a list, the app should instantly recommend it 5 similar movies with a complete posters. I made these recommended systems based on what a movie is about, not what others users watch. Let's build it. First, import the NumPys, Pandas, and then starts with a two data frames, movies.csv and credit.csv. These two data frames merging on the basis of a titles, so the every movie's genres, overview, cast, crews and other information get at one place. In these datasets, there are several of columns, but the all columns are not needed for recommendation. So we select only required columns such as movies ID, titles, genres, keywords, original language, overview, cast, crew, and others. Then come to the basic cleaning parts. I check for null values using the isNull functions and drop down the handful of rows of missing data. Then check for duplicate values. These steps are important because the clean dataset is a foundation of machine learning project. Here it get interesting. The columns like genres, keywords, and cast are not in the plain text format. They are stored in the stringified list of dictionaries like that. So I write a helper function to pull out names such as action, adventures, fantasy from the genres as well as the keywords. Then also write a helper function for cast to take out the top 3 cast members of movies, because the all cast members are not necessary. We requires only top 3 members. Just like that I do for the director, because the all crew members are not necessary. Director are the main part of movies. A data set is look like that. But then I do something more important thing. I stripped out the space from the names, because my model get confused in the name of Sam Worthington and Sam Mendes, just because they share the same name Sam. This small detail may get big impact. And finally, I combine overview, genres, keyword, cast and crew in one column called as a tags. And this column become the movie's entire fingerprints. Our data is look more clean, but inside the tags, the text data is more messy. So I apply a steaming using the NLTK porter streamer to reduce the words like loving, love into its root word love. So the model treat them as a same word instead of 3 different words. Then come to the vectorization. I use a Scikit-learn CountVectorizer with a max feature 5000 stop word English to reduce the common words like the, is, and etc. This converts every movie tag into 5000 dimensional vectors. Now I import pickle library and I save two things using the pickles. The clean data frame of movies list pkls and this similarity matrix as a similarity.pkls. So the app doesn't have to recompute everything every single time it's run. Now we are at the core machine learning step. With every movies represent as a vector in the 5000 dimensional space. I calculate the cosine similarity between the every pair of movies. Cosine similarity measures the angle between the two vectors. Smaller the angle, more similar the movies are. This gives me against the similarity matrix basically a table where the every movies is compared with every other movies with similarity score between the 0 to 1. When someone picks Spider-Man, just look up it in matrix, sort all other movies by similarity score and grab the top 5 movies closest to match. Now the heavily computing is done. The app itself is a refreshingly simple. I use Streamlit to build a UI. A drop-down lets user select any movies from the dataset and recommended buttons triggers the logic. Behind the scene, my recommendation function find a selected movie index and pull its row from the similarity matrix, sort the score and grab the top 5 for each. I call the TMDB API using the movie IDs to fetch its poster image dynamically. So user just don't see the type, it see also movies poster. Finally, I lay down everything in the 5 columns side by side using the st.columns file. So the recommendation appears more clear visual grids. Now our project is finished. So let's try it live. First of all, open the terminal and type streamlit run app.py and enter. Now we will add our movies recommended system. So I select the movies from drop down list. I will select the Harry Potter's and click on the recommended button. And here you will see the all 5 movies related to Harry Potter are showing with the posters. Thanks for watching the videos.